Hey guys, this is Pastor John coming to you for the Inverted Podcast number 11 with my friend Yegor.
Yes, I had my name right, actually.
I said it right.
Yes.
What does Yegor mean?
It means like a person working on the mountain. Gor means a mountain.
Okay.
And yay, it means work.
So you're like excited to work on the mountain? Yay!
Yay.
It's
very excited.
Okay, all right. No.
I'm a very excited person in general. But
Yes, I tell you what, you are here and your wife Casey is here.
Yes.
You've been married for 7 years.
Yes.
And you live where?
I'm based in Beijing. So I'm originally from Ukraine. I moved to China in 2008 and I'm based in Beijing. But I used to be living all over China and then I used to just go all the way.
Right. And this podcast today is about just what faith looks like, not only here in the Western world, but all over the world. So I've been able to spend some time with Yegor and Casey beforehand, asking a lot of questions. And it's been rich for me because culture is so important to us, my wife and I, to this church. And so it's a pleasure. I'm looking off this way because Casey's this way. We tried to get her on, but she didn't want to.
Yeah.
Understand that.
Yes, it's only
just you. I know.
only we can enjoy it.
Yegor. Okay. But I guess the best place to start, I mean, since you said you are Ukrainian.
Yes.
All that's going on right now in your country.
Right.
First of all, do you have family there?
Yeah. So my mom and dad are still in Ukraine. That place is occupied right now. It's been occupied since 2014. And that place right now is where they live is further away from the line where there's actually the war happening, the front line. So they're relatively safe. Yeah.
But your heart is still there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's sad. I'm not really able to visit them. Like either if I go from Russia or from Ukraine, it's just difficult to get to that place right now. Right. Yeah, so I'm from Lugansk, if somebody, from the audience. Or from maybe people would know. It's just a small town. Mm-hmm.
What does Christianity look like in Ukraine?
In Ukraine?
Yeah, and before... and then potentially now.
Oh, I like the question.
Afterwards.
Okay. So, Ukraine is Orthodox mainly. And what it means is that most of the people would acknowledge there is God if you ask them. Most of our language is actually influenced by the faith. So when we say thank you, spasiba, it actually sounds like save me God. So our culture is kind of, you can see the Christianity there, but it became nominal. We call it nominal. What it means is that people would not necessarily have a close relationship. They would daily talk to Jesus or acknowledge him to have power over their lives. But yeah, so that's the majority of the people. We still have, I think, maybe 8% Protestant, and then including every denomination, the Baptist, Presbyterian, and the Charismatic, everybody. And the denominations are very distinctive.
Okay.
So not like in China. In China, basically, the people would just go to the same Protestant church. They call them New Church.
New Church.
Yeah. Yeah. So they would say Catholic, Orthodox, and New Church.
So you said 8%. So what's the other 92%?
Some of them would be atheists, but majority of the people would just be nominal Orthodox. Okay. Yeah. So my mom used to be nominal Orthodox. Then she became, how would you say, very serious Orthodox. And then in the end, she accepted Jesus and she got baptized. Yeah. So that happens to, to many young people in Ukraine. And I've heard that because of the war, many people would turn their faith to Jesus because, many important things the people realize it's not in the control of man. Most of the things is in the control of God. And you really learn that lesson when the war has taken away so many things from you.
It's faith.
Yeah.
It's faith is what we hope for. And certainly what we do not see, it probably gives you a kingdom mindset.
Yeah.
It said that don't store for yourselves treasures on earth, but
yeah, because the moth eat it, but it's in Ukraine is like because the war will eat it. And it's very, very sad. And I have many friends around the world, including in Russia.
Right.
and everybody is just so sad.
Yes.
Everybody's so sad about the situation. Mm-hmm.
Well, we are sad as well. And it hits even closer now because you're in the room with us, right?
Thank you.
And I don't want to cry. So I can't. I'm going to keep.
Yeah.
So you would say that the war has increased people's faith, or maybe are following Jesus at this point?
Yeah, I know it broke many people's heart. And especially like for me, how would I say it? It's not like an easier case, but at least I'm in China where I'm far away from the war.
Right.
I'm not necessarily like involved 100% like that. But even being far away, I just got so bitter and hard-hearted, just didn't want to share my feelings or anything when the war just started.
Right.
And because of so much cruelty and just so much of the injustice happening. And it's not the being bitter towards God. I know God is in control, but I think it's our human nature when we see those terrible things that God gave us this mechanism of coping with a crisis. You just close down or you shut down the system because you would just keep crying every day, or it will break you. So yeah, that was tough, and I think it's tough for many Christians in Ukraine right now. For example, to forgive or sometimes to acknowledge the bitterness, the anger. But from what I hear, I have a very good friend, and Kevin knows. Kevin is my great friend. He brought me here
with us too.
Yes. So in Ukraine, and I have a very good friend from Kiev church. They're being under bombardment like almost every week, and he said, "Yeah, people are very on fire for God." Yeah.
Okay, post-war. Post-war is a post-war. I mean, it's like, what does it look like?
It's gonna
look like. That's it. What is forgiveness?
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be very difficult for us to forgive Russians, and on the big level, not maybe personally like a Russian person, but in general, the country. I think we're going to have to deal with lots of bitterness, and also most of our brightest minds either sacrificed in war or they left country and they're not coming back. So we'd have to rebuild from scratch. It's going to be very difficult.
Yeah. Does that seem overwhelming?
Yeah. Yes, overwhelming. And I think churches will have a great opportunity to play a vital role in rebuilding the country. Yeah.
Missionaries as well, people coming from other parts of the world.
Wow, that would be very, very helpful. I came to Christ because of a group of missionaries, including Kevin. It was Pastor Shane from Louisiana, Kevin, and other missionaries like that. They were all Kevin was a short-term missionary, but then there were some long-term, short-term. They all helped me very much, and I think that will be very, very important. The post-war, if people would come, it would give people hope in Ukraine.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I do have a brother. He's still
his name?
Roma.
Okay.
Roman.
What does that mean?
Roman, like romantic Roman. Yeah,
You got the guy on the
works on the mountain. Yeah. He's so you see, my father kind of, because he's older, right? Okay. So my father is like, I need a working guy somewhere in the family. No. My brother is great. Is he a Christian? He's Orthodox believer. I don't know about
the relational
thing. He was very serious. He was going to church and Bible studies and everything.
And he's with your parents or your...
Yes. They have a difficult relationship, but complicated relationship. Sorry, complicated.
That's a cleaner word.
That is, but pretty much the same concept.
Yeah, it is.
In that case, but anyway, he's able to help them sometimes,
right?
But yeah.
So let's transition.
Go
to Canada.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
How did you meet your lovely bride?
My wife.
Married for 7 years.
Yes. She used to be an actress. She used to be very successful, and I met her.
Hang on, she used to be successful until she met you?
Now she's a successful housewife.
Oh, oh my goodness. Fuck it.
Oh, you're not gonna like this in America. Sorry. Oh, you guys
Probably is gonna edit that out anyway. No, I'm just joking.
No.
So
Casey has another passion. No, I'll just
your passion?
because otherwise these guys gonna hate me. She likes Pilates and she may be a yoga instructor in the future. She kind of because the acting industry is a little not too good for a family life. So
yes,
just to get that away, not just a housewife. Okay. So yeah, we met in church. Casey was already a believer. It was like the plan was to play in the same kind of play. It was an act, but then she was the first girl to give me the script in the group.
Okay.
So like she fed my camels. She was the first lady to come out and
okay.
And then
So the way y'all met is she fed your camels.
Yes, fed my camel.
That's
with the script.
You're not Roman.
You're doing the comeback. No. I still have to work on the mountain.
Oh, that's true with camels that Casey brings you. But I'll stop.
So we met in church, and then we served we have an international church where we go to, and we served in a Mandarin service together. We did worship together in small group, and she used to do part-time work in Mandarin service in the international church. So yeah, we were together.
What do you love most about Casey?
Casey, she is very organized. She's very sweet, and she knows. Yes, yes. No. She's first of all, of course, she's very beautiful, but then she knows what she wants. She's very how would I say, very organized and loving. Mm-hmm. And if she wants something, she's how do you say? Let me see in Chinese. She's trustworthy, very trustworthy. She's like the servant-hearted person, and anyway, many things.
Okay, and I did feel that when y'all walked into the room in my office, I felt the presence of Jesus.
Oh,
and it was, and of course, you connected to this guy over here.
Yes, Kevin is the man.
He's an amazing person. How is it? How many languages do you speak?
I speak 4. Okay. I speak Russian, Ukrainian, Chinese, and English. But yeah,
I speak Haitian Creole.
Ooh.
I speak English. I speak Texan.
Yeah,
so I'm trilingual. But
I like Texan.
I do too. No one else understands that, Tao. Right? But and how about
good for you?
What is it? Come back. Okay, what does it look like? Is it complicated? To the Ukrainian,
yes.
She's Chinese.
Yeah.
How does that work?
So I Chineseified myself, basically.
What? Does that mean you like Chinese?
No. No. It means like sometimes I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, there's a foreigner there.
That's what she says.
Yeah. No. I've been in China for so long, and I just. How do you say? I just fell in love with the culture so much. I learned their ways and learned the language and everything. And it's besides some very minute details where, I'm very, very much like Chinese person.
Are you close with your in-laws?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What does her mom and dad do?
Her mother, she is an accountant, I think. Yes. She's an accountant. And the father they got separated. So basically it's just mom-in-law. And we're very close. She loves me. I love her very much. She cooks very good food.
What's your favorite dish?
That she makes?
Uh-huh.
Oh man. Oh, no. I'll tell you what I really like is we go to the island. We like to go out. There's an island in China. Well, you mentioned surfing.
Yes.
And she would take the coconut meat and she would fry rice with it. The pineapple, put it in part. Yes. And then some maybe bacon and then the fried rice with it. Oh, it's really nice. Yeah.
Can Casey cook that?
She could. She
does it?
She does pancakes. She does pancakes.
Is there any special pancakes just like we would eat pancakes?
Yes, very similar. It's a little different, but they have a little pancake, like a round thing. They could take it everywhere. She just puts it in her suitcase, and anywhere we go, we'll just
have pancakes.
Pancakes
On the island while you're surfing.
But pancakes are usually salty in China.
Oh.
No, it's like burritos. It's
I like sweet stuff. Not
sweet. I like
candy in my
yes. But your teeth are good. I see.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They're all fake. No, but no, I'm like,
no.
Talk about someone's teeth.
Anyway,
Podcast. But no, where are we? You're asking me questions. What's next?
So
okay.
We were talking about the food and just submerged in Chinese culture.
Yes. Thank you.
So that was easy for us, to be together. Otherwise, there are some cultural differences of, especially it's about boundaries, like how much of the things I need you to do, or what I'm responsible for, what you're responsible for.
What are you responsible for?
For everything. I'm responsible for everything. And when she feels like doing something, I'll let her do it. In the house,
he'll let you do it. That's so sweet of him.
If she wants to clean the house, I'll usually let her do it.
I like to clean your house.
I like clean his house too.
Because she's not like detailed.
Oh, really?
I like to be very detailed.
She's detailed, but about my work.
Oh, we're gonna get ourselves in trouble. Anyway, I started talking about my life, and that's not good. No, but okay, let's get back.
That's good, man.
Church, Christianity in China.
Yeah.
I had a different perspective.
No.
Okay, there's not much religious freedom in China.
Yeah.
And there's not, and of course, compared to the Western world, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you gave me a different perspective. So what is the church culture? What is Christianity? What does religion look like?
So there are government churches that you can go to, and I used to be a part of it. It's called Sanzi Jiuhui. It means it's like three. How would you translate that? It's three concept. It's called three concept churches in China. And anyway, but basically it's government funded churches, and the pastors would usually have to travel to Europe or to America. They would finish their how do you call the Shenxue degree, the theology, go back to China, and the only difference is that they usually just confirm that the sermon is not against anything that Chinese people value.
Okay.
Maybe
so they submit their sermon.
Yeah.
In some ways.
Yes. And then, but the sermons that I listened to, there were nothing too different. Yeah, Jesus and salvation, and all the doctrines were right. The other danger is if you go to underground churches somewhere in China, which are illegal. Some of them are the doctrines are not right because they're not controlled.
Well, and that's something that we classify all our unique perspective is we classify all underground churches as healthy.
Yes,
because they are living by faith.
Yeah,
but some of the doctrine can be probably pretty scary.
Yeah,
because there's no accountability.
Yeah. Yes, so that is a problem. Then the other type of churches, which I'm very thankful for, is that Chinese government is being very kind. They're allowing foreigners to meet. They give us a religious license to have a church where we can worship freely, and we gather every week, and we have different services. But it's usually only foreigners are allowed, so they just make an exception. They say you're self-governed. You can do whatever you want, but it's just limited to that. And I'm part of international church. I do worship there.
I do worship there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying musical worship friends, wife.
Mm-hmm.
Can they come to the church with you because she's married?
So if your family is if you have and if not, then you would just usually go to a government church. And of course, it's not a mainstream religion in China. There are many Buddhists in China, then also Taoist, which is not very a religion if you learn about it more. But anyway, there are many Buddhists. There's some Islam, yeah. Islam in the west of China, very, very common. And usually there's no controversies or any problems between the religions.
How large are the the national churches or the
It's pretty big.
They're big. How many people?
I would say like the one I used to go is Chongwenmen is a church, is like one of the oldest churches in Beijing, and it sits around 400 people. Very beautiful, very beautiful. If you go inside, you would think it could be like a Baptist church in America.
Very cool.
Just the seats, and then maybe a little bit Anglican, because they would have you would put a songbook in front of.
Okay. Yes.
Maybe some places would have the kneeling, the pads.
What about the services? What are services? What do they look like?
So there would be a worship, usually in a more traditional government church. People would stand up with hymns.
Yes.
And they would stand up for the prayer. For example, they would have like a, how do you say it? I believe in God. I believe in God the Father. How do you call it? The creeds. They'd say the creeds. And then they would stand up for the prayer, and they would sit down and listen to a sermon. The traditional worship is usually just a piano.
Okay.
But if you go to a bigger church,
Drums?
they have drums in, for example, Chaoyang district. There's a big district government church. They have drums and they have the band. Yes, the guitars and everything. So they would translate English songs. Okay. Some of it is just Chinese artists would write worship songs, but mostly it's just English songs translated. And then they would sing hymns, but more like with contemporary instruments and stuff. Yeah.
Where do you see Christianity in 20 years, 30 years, next generation in China?
In China. Well, I think it's going to be very, very similar to what it's now. I think it's very. I by chance I get to meet many Christian people in China. Sometimes we'll be talking on a bus stop, and right. I'll find out, she's a Christian, yes. And I think it's going to be like that. So I think it's going to grow. I think more people are coming to churches, but I don't know the numbers. So
the numbers don't matter.
Yeah.
As long as you're known by Jesus. Right?
Yeah.
That's all that matters. How long did it take you to learn Chinese?
Okay. So maybe for 4 years I could speak kind of fluently, but I was very keen about getting my tones right. So I sound local, and that took me like maybe 8 years. Yeah. But if you go to China, you spend 2 years, you'd be able to communicate and, read.
Right.
Writing and reading the Bible, for example, would take you 4 years, maybe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, kind of.
How do you compare your language, your level of Chinese to
English? Okay, so my English deteriorated. You see, it got worse. So my Chinese is a little. Oh man. No, I think English is still top. My Russian is bad now.
Yes.
Because I only use it to speak to my mom. And every time I want to say something smart, the words just don't come out.
That's because you're on the mountain.
Yeah. So my head is there in the mountains.
Can you quote a scripture verse in Russian?
In Russian.
Like a John 3:16.
Yes. Потому что Бог так возлюбил... Oh, my goodness. Ибо Бог так возлюбил мир, что отдал Сына Своего Единородного, не чтобы осудить их, но чтобы спасти их. I think it was pretty much like that. Yeah.
What do you say? How do you say Jesus in Russian?
In Russian, Иисус.
Jesus. Chinese?
Yesu.
Yesu?
Yes. Jesus. Very different. Why you guys are doing this? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Asian Creole, Jizzy.
Jizzy? Why is it J? Because it's Yeshua, no?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
That's interesting. In Russian, I don't know why they didn't do Yeshua, because we could do it. In Russian, it sounds okay. But we just wanted the Jesus. Jesus. And I like Chinese. Yesu. And it's first tones. And it's funny that the first character in the character for Jesus, it has the fish. Oh. It has the fish in the character. So it kind of, it's like... They included that. It was really interesting.
We have other people in the room. They're not on camera.
Yes.
Are there any questions from you guys that I haven't asked or you would want to ask? And while they're thinking, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. Okay. So, what's the first thing you would want to do if you come to China?
Wow. Well, I've never even thought about the potential of doing that. So
that's easy.
Why do you think? What would be the first thing do you think I would want to do?
Huh. He answered. He's like Jesus, right? He answers like, "Hey Christian, the food."
What did he say? Food. But I want to be careful because I don't want to bring the Western mindset of Chinese food into China. So
I would take you. Of course, I would take you for like some spicy food and make you suffer.
Okay,
make you suffer like a local.
Go work together on the mountains.
Yeah.
But
No. I would take you around. We have a section of a Great Wall, and it says, so if you don't go to a Great Wall, you're not a real man. So I would, want you.
I could be official. I get a picture and I can bring it back. I'm official. I made it.
No, I'll take you on the Great Wall probably, and treat you some food.
Okay. And meet pastors. I'd love to meet.
Yes,
in China.
They like that. Yeah, they would like that.
That's very good. Other question? Any questions that you guys may have?
Anyway, it's okay.
In case you have any questions for me, for us.
有吗？有问题我可以翻译一下。Yeah, just on the spot. So you can't think of any.
That's just you and I.
Yes. We like this. We like to talk.
We are. Emma, do y'all have any questions?
I could say something. So, there are many misconceptions about China, and what I'm very honored to do is we would shoot many stories about just normal people that work in China, artisans. I would go to different factories. I filmed many videos about, for example, tunnel boring machines and the bridge building. They have special vehicles for building bridges, and I would talk to the engineers and stuff. And what you'll be very surprised that when it comes to normal people, everybody's very similar. It's very, very the mindset and what people like and the fun they kind of have is very similar to you guys here in America. So there's not many differences as people like to portray on the TV. So I don't think we're that different.
That's where Elon Musk made his money. What, the burrowing or the machines that go underground?
That's where he wants to do that. Yeah,
he made a lot of money. That's where he made his official money.
Really?
First, yeah, because he had
what is it called? He wanted to do a high bullet thing, kind of. Yeah, was it like a tunnel? What is it called? I read about it.
That's where he made his money before he was. So go ahead.
No, not a bullet train. It was like a very fast way of
something to magnets.
Yeah.
Magnets.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, it's truly we are ADHD. We're talking about Jesus, Elon Musk, Chinese.
You said about Elon Musk. I was saying Jesus.
Okay.
No, I love you, John. It was such an honor to meet you.
An honor. And
yes,
I hope one day I can come visit.
Yes.
Where would I fly into?
You would fly to Beijing. Would be the easiest way. Beijing or Shanghai.
I wanted this from the airport.
We're 15 minutes away from the airport, from the international airport, or maybe 25 minutes maximum. Yeah, so I'll let you know which airport. Yeah.
And I'm saying, what does y'all's house look like? What is your apartment look like?
So most people live in flats in Beijing. Only rich people would have a house like Kevin lives in a mansion in. Sorry to put you on the spot. I mean, just on in Texas, you have so much space. Yeah, Chinese people like to live tight to each other, close. So we live in it's meters. Sorry, it's all in meters. So we have 2-bedroom and a living room. We live in a relatively low building, maybe 25 stores.
Okay,
and
25 stores.
Yeah.
Open. That doesn't seem pretty tall to me.
Yes.
Well, we go this way.
And we would have compounds and walls. So, for example, we would have 8 8 apartment buildings, and there would be like a compound with a wall, and you'd have like a little park inside, and kids would play around, and then there would be gates, and there would be like a guard just to make sure it's safe. It's safe, but I don't know why. But anyway, and you'd go out the gate, and then you'd go into other communities and stuff. So everybody lives in those compounds, kind of.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yes.
I wish we had more time.
Yes.
Other people have to do other things in the room besides listen to us talk about.
Okay. It was wonderful to be here.
Yes, and it's my life is richer because you guys are in it.
Hey, thanks.
I mean,
Thanks.
if we never meet again this side, we will be together one day
Amen.
in heaven.
Amen.
Thank you.
And yes, thank you for being with us. Thank you guys for listening to us. ADHD jumping all over the place.
She's used to that, so that's good. To have two in the room, maybe not. But thank you again for joining the Inverted Podcast. We cannot wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Awesome. Hey, and I can come and be on your TV show in China.
Oh, it totally be fine. Yes. Yes.